we're going to look at a few ideas presented in this book by author David Thomas. This is part 1, the physics principles behind the climate change theory debate. We're told the science on climate change is settled, but what if the physics it is based on is flawed? Let's start with the standard IPCC climate model. In simplified form, it claims that carbon dioxide is the Earth's thermostat and warms the Earth 33 degrees C from back radiation, heat that is reflected back to the Earth from the greenhouse gases in the sky. The theory claims that man is causing a majority of CO2, and hence the name anthropogenic global warming, or AGW. But notice that this model claims only 168 watts per square meter come from the sun, while a whopping 324 watts comes from the cooler sky. Think about that. Does the sky really provide twice the heat of the direct sun? How is that possible? This violates what is known as the second law of thermodynamics, which says heat only goes from hot to cold, like water running downhill. But the AGW theory says any temperature is possible as long as the net outgoing balance is maintained. That's why they talk about runaway greenhouse effect. The greenhouse gas theory claims that trace gases reflecting heat raises the surface temperature by 33 degrees C. The alternative explanation is that pressure due to gravity creates a thermal gradient known as the lapse rate. You felt this effect yourself. Go up a mountain and temperature drops at a predictable rate. So, starting at approximately 16,000 feet, where the air temperature is equal to the effective temperature from space, then applying this thermal gradient, you reach the average surface temperature of 60 degrees, without requiring a greenhouse effect, just the thermal gradient due to gravity. Here, we can see that this concept applies universally across the solar system. Measured temperatures match the predicted ones. Venus has days that last months, yet there is no temperature difference between night and day. This makes no sense with the greenhouse model, yet it makes perfect sense with the pressure model, as it accurately predicts the hot surface temperature. The same works for Jupiter, as NASA probes into Jupiter reveal 1,000-degree gas temperatures, which is acknowledged to be caused by gravitational pressure and not a greenhouse effect. Higher greenhouse gases, such as humidity, should cause higher temperatures, but actual data shows the reverse. Cities having comparable sunlight with temperatures normalized to sea level show the cooling effect of moisture due to its lower lapse rate. In summary, there are significant challenges to greenhouse theory, violations of thermodynamics, ignoring gravity-caused thermal gradient, measured effects of humidity, all challenge the AGW theory. In the 1970s, the coming ice age was the warning. It was proposed to spread ash over polar regions to warm the planet. Fortunately, that never materialized. In the 2000s, the coming heat disaster is the warning now. Launching reflective particles is a proposed solution to cool the planet. This matters because scientific models guide major public decisions and billions of dollars are involved. Ineffective, wasteful, and even harmful solutions based on faulty theory are at stake. Real science welcomes questions. Declaring it settled isn't science, it's dogma. The book equips you with alternative answers. Scan the QR code and grab the book to learn more.